Hello, and thank you for joining me today on Live with a Purpose. The Bible tells us that for all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, Romans 3:23. Fallen from what? Fallen from God's grace, fallen from God's ways. I've fallen and I can't get up on my own. That is, I can't meet God's standards. I continue to miss the mark, which is the definition of sin. I do things my own way, but God says to follow him. Jesus says, follow me. Problem is, I start following him, and at some point I find out that I'm following myself, or I'm adding to his commands. I'm making things more difficult. I forget to pray and worship and study his word and fellowship and give and serve. And so I get distracted. And I begin to do things my own way because I'm more comfortable doing things my way. But that's not what God commands. There's a reason why Jesus said to follow him. He says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. John 14:6. He is the way. He is the way to the Father. Not our way, but his way. Proverbs 14:12 says, there is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way to death. There is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way to death. Now, does death have to be what people assume was going to happen with Adam and Eve when God says that you will die the day you partake of that tree? They died a spiritual death. They were disconnected from God. Were they able to live on? Yes. But were they able to continue on in a close relationship with God in his garden? No. They were removed. They were separated. Now things were going to be hard. So what are these paths? Jesus says, I am the way. I am the path to God. And there is a way, according to Proverbs 14:12, that seems right to a man. There's a way. There's a path. What's that path? That's you. That's me. We're the path. We make our own way. We make our own roads. And we think we can do things on our own. And I'm pretty smart. I know I'm resourceful. I can pick myself up, pull myself up from my own bootstraps. But that's all irrelevant. Because what really matters is either me walking in God's ways, on his road, on his path, or walking on my own. So I would encourage you to revisit the path and find if you're walking in the Lord's path or you happen to be walking on your own. It may seem correct. It may seem like you're mimicking or you're paralleling the Lord's path, but you're not on it. You're doing your own thing. And as Proverbs 14:12 says, it leads to death, separation from God. Think about this today on Live with a Purpose.